And since it's Wednesday, that means it's time for Pet Talk with Dr. Jen Klabunde with
Good
North
morning.
Animal Hospital. Good morning. This is Sully.
It is Sully.
Really excited. 17-month-old English Bulldog.
He's a little puppy still.
Cutest little guy ever.
Getting a little
Cutest guy.
squirmy.
Today we're talking about a condition called tear staining. And I've
We
never
are.
heard about this, but I have seen this in some dogs.
Yes, and Sully is a great example because he has some. It means absolutely nothing about how well they're taken care of or how their nutrition is. It's just something that especially white dogs, apricot colored dogs get. And this is how you can prevent it.
Now, what are some of the causes of tear staining?
Yeah, there's a lot of them. So, like I said, it doesn't mean that they're an unhealthy dog or that they're not taken care of. Excessive tearing in the eye, which is definitely a problem with Sully with all of this extra fur that he has, all this extra skin.
Sure.
Foods can do it. Mineral content of the water, infection can do it. Lots of things can cause that red coloration. If it's an infection, see, he has so much extra skin, I don't know if you can zoom in on him, but yeast and bacteria like to grow in here. So the eye obviously waters, and then that's a perfect breeding ground for yeast and bacteria. The yeast that grow is called a red yeast, so it causes that red color discoloration.
Okay.
Yeah. Excessive tearing can do it too, and that's just extra water sitting in there, dirt accumulates in there, causes the color.
And when you see this happening in a dog, here's another example. Now, this dog, you can see, again, you mentioned the red coloring, and you can see it a lot in this dog right here.
Absolutely. Sometimes if people live in an area of water where the water has a high mineral content, here's a picture of the dog after the problem has been taken care of.
Okay.
So it doesn't need to, just because your dog has it once doesn't mean that they can have it forever. There are some ways to treat, and we'll talk about those too. But it could be so many things. You almost have to go through a process of elimination to see what the cause is so that you can treat it.
How would you go about treating it? Are there certain medications, or how do you do that?
Yeah, well, the first thing to do is if you notice that your dog has excessive tearing, which is so common in all breeds, it's just that you see it in these white breeds, take them to the vet. They might have a black tear duct. That's very easy for us to take care of. It might be a yeast or bacterial infection like I talked about, and that's something where if we give them some antibiotics, it'll take care of that. Dry up that area. Another great thing to do in the Maltese that we saw the picture of is to keep that area trimmed and keep it dry. So they love to grow long fur there. If you shave that area, keep it nice and short, you're cutting down the environment that's going to breed those bacteria and yeast. The other thing that some people do, especially if they're show dogs, to cut down on the mineral content in the water is to feed your dog or give them purified water. So that's a great way. Another big thing is a lot of the foods nowadays, commercial dog foods, have dyes in them. I know Beneful will have a bunch of different colors, and it'll have green, and that's supposed to be lettuce, and it'll have brown, and that's supposed to be a chunk of meat. It's all food dye. It's not dye. So you don't want to give that. So give them something with no artificial coloring. Last case scenario, if you've tried all those things and your vet determines that there are no causes that they can find, you can always bleach that area.
Really?
Being very careful because of the eye itself. But bleaching you can do with a hydrogen peroxide formula. Your vet can give that to you. It's something to do, but only in the last case.
Last case scenario. Well, Dr. Klabunde, as always, thank you. This guy is just a treat. Thank you, Sully. Thank you so much, and as always, thank you for all the information.
You're welcome.
If you would like more information, if you think your dog might have this condition, go to our website, upnorthlive.com, and I will post a direct link to Northwood Animal Hospital.